You got to do 2 coats of this one?
Solid, you know, this car.
Ah.
You don't want to have the bundle crack after a while, so the Tiger hair is the best.
Just more things showing you work that, you know, a lot of people, once the car come together, they're going to see the exterior looking good, but there's a lot of work that's unforeseen that people don't even see that has to be done, because if not, the water will go through that rust hole and get back in the trunk, and then now your trunk floor is going to rust out. So what's, you know, the hip bone connected to the leg bone, you know, all of it works together. You know, another degree of difficulty on a car like this is the custom aspect of it. The fact that he added in the wheel tubs. Now the wheel tubs are different. You have to brace the wheel tubs. So just for the structural support, that piece was handmade to brace the wheel, because the factory wheel was had a brace, but now these are new, so you have to make it to these. So as we went through this car, more things came up. We worked from the inside out, like Mr. Rich said he loved to build cars from the inside out. So we started with the framework, underneath the car, floor pans, bracing it, getting everything supported correct. Now we're working on the outside, doing any rust repair. If you follow the channel, you've seen the cowl fabrication that Mr. Rich did, fixing that rust work. And we just continue to work our way back. If you look inside the vehicle, you're gonna see the wheel well support brackets that was put in. You know, once we made it to that part of it, we noticed that. Now we're in the trunk, and you've seen Red fixing the trunk. Mr. Rich come to the trunk, you see a lot of rust work in the weather stripping areas. So now all of this has to be manufactured. These are things that have to be, you know, discussed with the customer, go over things, because we didn't know this until, you know, now that we got to this point. So, you know, sometimes you can buy a car, that's why I heavy stress, you know, it depends on what car you buy. Like if you have a family heirloom that has a appeal to it just because it's something left from the family, I totally get it. But if you're going out outsourcing a car, buying a car, make sure you buy a car that can save you on working time. If you're in a rush, if you buy a car that's, you know,
saved a little and gained.
Correct, correct. You know, like if you get a car where it's less work, you're gonna save money on rust repair time, frustration, ordering parts. You're still gonna have to spend to make it pretty, the cosmetic toll of it, but as far as just, you know, structural support, rust work, little things like that that continue to add on, and then areas what Mr. Rich did, we already went over the shock towers in the back seat, how he dropped it down to actually be able to have a functional back seat. You know, all of those things are, you know, once we get to it and we see, you know, your mind as an engineer is going to think, what's the best way to kind of fix it to where we can have something, you know, the customer really can enjoy. So, unforeseen work, you know, things that we don't have control of, things that I can't see when I quote you a basic price for paint jobs. You know, these are the things we run into, but it's nothing too difficult for VTSV Auto. You can write that down, buddy. it turn out?
Looks good. Nice and solid.
Cadillac, as you can see, it has a smooth firewall. It has the billet AC line already installed. That's where you could use your AM fitting hard line for your AC, a real clean look. You know, and then you can prep it and paint it, you know, to match the vehicle. Now that a lot of customers see it, of course, it gives you a nice aesthetic beauty to your engine bay. So a lot of people want that. So I'm going to show you little things that we did. The TY car, most of the cars we did, if you follow the bills, have smooth firewalls. Not only that, it gives us the opportunity to mount and install new AC unit there, which is a lot more efficient, better performing AC system than the original. This was a natural AC car, but the efficiency of the evaporator and the AC system doesn't keep up with today's technology. So not only do you get a new AC system for your car, which you're going to need in a convertible. When I first got my convertible, I never knew that heat was going to be an issue. I was just saying you can just let the top back and you got, you know, fresh air. Well, actually you let the top back, the sun is cooking you. So you're going to need that AC in there. But this is typically once we get the, a lot of times, you know, the evaporator on this car is mounted here. We got certain humps. We cut them out, weld everything up smooth. We weld in all of your brackets for your AC, which is mounted on the back side. And then now we just pretty much pick where we're going to put the line hole like you've seen on the Cadillac. But you don't have to use that design. You can use a 4 straight up and straight down. You could do 2 separate, you know, and mount them in different configurations based off of what the customer desires. So there's a lot of ways you can get creative with it. You maintain all of your factory holes, your steering column hole, your brake booster hole, your factory windshield wiper motor, and your line for all of your fuse outputs coming to your lights, you know, all of your wires and everything. But every other thing, we go ahead and weld them up where everything's smooth. A lot of times you'll see little holes for screws, for things that's going to be mounted on the inside that you no longer need anymore. So this is how we do it here at VTSV Auto. Who wants a smoothie? Let me know.